So pure, very pure. Hello and thank you for clicking on this video where I'll be sharing my experience on Truthear's latest IEM release. And this is supposedly the successor to the very popular Truthear Hexa. And this is the Truthear Pure, which is a 1DD 3BA IEM coming in at $90 US, which is about the same price as the Hexa, I believe. I have personally not heard of the Hexa before, so I'm quite excited to try out the Pure because a lot of people have been raving about the Hexa, so I want to personally experience what everyone has been talking about in a way through the Truthear Pure, since the Pure is the successor. So will the Pure be able to meet that expectation and potentially succeed the Hexa? Before we dive deeper into that, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Sunchen Audio for sending this unit in exchange for my honest feedback. However, as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own and are not influenced by any parties. If you've been enjoying my content, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. That will help the channel a lot and I appreciate your support. Opening the box, you'll be greeted by a postcard, so if you like the anime girl at the front, here's a little gift inside, which is always nice to have. Then you have the IEMs at the top with the pouch at the bottom. The pouch is covering 2 sets of interchangeable silicone ear tips, and they also give you 1 pair of foam ear tips. I've never been a fan of the Truthear pouch. I feel it's a little too small to be storing your IEMs and cables, so for me personally, it just goes to a separate IEM case. But inside this pouch stores the stock cable and it's pretty generic. But it's got some thickness to it, some heft, doesn't feel too heavy or too light, but I wish it carried the black design to match with the IEMs or vice versa. Speaking of which, for the design of the IEMs, it's a pretty straightforward faceplate design. Very steampunk or industrial kind of design, so instead of the plain look from the Hexa, they went for the grill-like patterns on the Pure. I thought with that name you'd be getting some white transparent IEM, but no, they went straight to black industrial with the Pure branding on one side of the IEM and with that smoky translucent body revealing all the stuff inside. And it's all coated or wrapped in black as well, which looks really cool. Looks like venom ooze or something happening inside of your IEM, which more companies should do, and I like how they fit with the design, thematically. All in all, simple design on the faceplate, really cool concept on the IEM body. For fit and comfort, surprisingly, despite its shape, I'm not getting any unnecessary pressure around my ear because it's sitting a little bit on the outside, which can be a good or a bad thing for some ears as you're relying on the hooks to hook the IEM in, since it's not resting in your ears as some other IEMs do. But at least the Truthear Pure won't cause you any pain. For the sound of the Pure, first thing that comes through are the vocals. They are forward, they are pronounced, that's the highlight of this IEM. The way it's tuned gives the vocals a bit of warmth and fullness, but not overly thick. You can really hear the strength of the vocal notes with the clarity of it as well. However, even though there's a warm tilt to the frequency, the bass presentation is on the lighter side. Don't be expecting some bass head level bass. To me, it's on the lighter side when it comes to their punch and slam, and this is even with pairing it up with warm sources. So I can imagine on colder sources, that's going to be much lighter. So those seeking for that lower region engagement will find this a little bit lackluster from the Pure. However, whenever that region is brought down, a lot of the other frequencies come through clearer. So as mentioned earlier, you get the clarity from the vocals, but you also get the clarity of the background music accompanying the singer. There seems to be a roll-off in the treble extension, so trumpet notes are pushed back, so while you can hear that, it doesn't have that sharp attack, which is good if you are sensitive to treble, and considering how intimate the sound is and the way bass is presented, overall I think this is for the better. Imaging and detail retrieval is surprisingly good for an IEM at this price range. You're hearing the things that are happening on the left and right channel, and all in all, if this is how it sounded from the Hexa and you enjoyed that presentation, I believe the Pure will be within your wheelhouse. So just comparing it with another IEM at a similar price point, my favorite reference, the Caffeine Clean, and the Clean is essentially slightly sharper in its attack and it's a little snappier in the bass presentation. So the Truthear Pure is a little leaner in the bass and smoother in the treble, but the vocals are a bit fuller and more intimate and the details are pretty on par. Even though they don't have that incisiveness with the amount of drivers in it, the Truthear Pure really deliver those details really well. Either way, They are both really great options for this price range, and they both punch way above in their own respective categories. So to sum it all up, I have never heard of the Hexa, and by hearing the Truthear Pure, I can understand everyone's love for that IEM, as they will with the Pure, because in terms of sound delivery, they just punch above their weight. And Truthear once again proves that you don't necessarily need to spend more to get more, and why they are the top when it comes to delivering that. While there are some things that I would prefer from the Pure, with what it is now, especially when it comes to delivering vocal presence, it's really sweet. However, maybe this may sound too similar to the Hexa. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of the Truthear Pure? Are you going to get it? Or what is your experiences with the Truthear Hexa? I'd like to know your thoughts. And once again, a huge thank you to Shenzhen Audio for this opportunity, and to all of you for watching.